Hello and welcome to the fifth part of my blind playthrough of Pillars of Eternity Definitive Edition. In the last episode we have done some subquesting around Gilded Vale, and what we have done was to find some potion for a pregnant Eothas, a sister of Kalisha from the tutorial, and then we are searching for a lost cargo for the blacksmith. After that we got some nice upgrade to the shop in the Gilded Way. Unfortunately we do not have enough money to buy anything from that, so what we have to do today is probably going more to the east and slowly getting to Redrick Holt, where we need to find or meet the guy who is the ruler of the Gilded Vale and who makes some of the not some, all of the executions which you can see in the game on the tree. But first, things first, let's continue. As you can see, we have already 4 characters. My main is a cipher, and we have 3 NPCs joined our cause. So, there are a few things which we have still missed in nearby areas, and one of the things is a small encampment or a small wall stuff in an encampment to the west, where we had a small fight with bandits and where we saved the cook. I kind of forgot it. So it's Whalewood and 8 hours of travel. We missed this.
Light, flame, and sound.
I completely forgot about it. But let's check. We'll see if we will have enough athletics to do that or not. These aged walls appear to have once encircled this entire glade. Only small fragments remain, and the stairs leading to the top of the structures have crumbled away. Examine the wall more closely. The heavy bricks are slick with moss, presenting a hindrance to climbing, but the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. I think I will not risk anything and use the grappling hook right away. You give the grappling hook a few swings for momentum and let fly, and the hook lodges easily behind a pile of stones and the upper edge of the wall. A few tugs on the ropes suggests that it will stay put. Climb to the top. With the help of the rope, you make your way up the face of the wall and over the side. And we have full Vanos gloves. And the leather armor. So we use the full Vanos that's set for Adder. Scrolled letter. I do not think you will ever see this, but you were right, Fulvano. We should have journeyed south together and been safer for it. I would tolerate all of clothing in the world if I might live to hear it. I have put myself out of reach of the beasts circling below, but I am done for all the same. I do not think I will rise again. Whoever finds this, pray for me. Perhaps in the next life I shall be trapper of wolves. This gloves. We are still missing one thing. Or full Vanos boots, full Vanos amulet, full Vanos gloves. And we'll see. From the edge of the wall, you can see an old cobblestone road turning south and the patchy trees of Whalewood. Your grappling hook and the rope are still here, allowing for a relatively easy descent. Climb down. You swing yourself over the side and pick your way back down to ground level. So, that's the last thing which I missed in this map, and now we have to go back to Gilded Vale. To go into the last area which we still have not visited. But let's go to the inn first. We have spent 16 hours traveling, so we might need a little rest before that. But let me check one thing more. You think she'll say yes? You never know. She's mad enough to lie with you, why not wet you while she's at it? Nice conversation.
Hmm?
This hound stares intently at the covered window, head cocked as if waiting to hear particular sounds. It looks up when you approach and whines a low note, tail wagging slightly. I could use a good dog. Here, girl. The dog's ears perk up, it trots over you and barks happily. You have gained an item. Black Hound added to inventory. Here we have another pet. So let's use him for a while.
Certainly. Hmm?
Welcome.
I'd like a room, please. Certainly. You're always welcome. Nah, I still use the common room. Here is the last place which I still need to visit. Oh, child. Papa says the temple is cursed. We'll see.
I haven't been in here for, must be 5, 6 years. Used to be real nice. Bright. Warm.
A rising sun and the three downstairs. The symbol of Eothas.
And what does the flame reveal?
Please help me here. A man lies resting against the wall, lit by the dim illumination of the fading sconces. He has a gaunt, fox-like aspect, and his face is pale and dumb with sweat. One arm is held loosely against his side, sleeve soaked with blood. He gives you an anxious glance as you near, his features twisted with pain. Have a care if you mean to go in. He casts a quick look towards the doorway to his left. This place is not so empty as I thought. He angles a look up at Adair. Paying your respects, Eothasian. He manages a pained grin. A little risky, isn't it? Think what the town folks would say. Safer down here than up there. Even with the rats as big as they are, a faint edge of hostility belies Adair's playful tone. This temple isn't what it used to be, probably for the best. Times being as they are, he groans and shifts position, wincing. I am no looter, if that's what you're thinking. Not one of not one of his types either. Virtan jerks in chin towards Adair. Just wanted to do some good, I suppose. Got my arm clawed up for it. He regards you wearily. Maybe you'll have better luck. Better luck with what? The man points a finger upwards. These ruins around us used to be a temple of Eothas, the scattered god. A grand temple at that. His worshippers would come from all over the Deerwood, from Red Seras even. Not so much from Red Seras these days. Until the war, of course. Even then, you would get some of the stubborn ones. The ones that couldn't get it through their heads that their god was dead and gone. Lord Redrick allowed them to worship. Lord Redrick would clear out the place from time to time, make arrests. It wasn't until the legacy that he started losing patience. He sent his guards and to put the priests to the sword, bring the place down, burn some of the books, and that was that. He looks away. What's this legacy? Didn't the magistrate tell you? Dirwood's being punished for killing Eothas, or for not killing his followers too, depending on which idiot you believe. Either case, you don't see too many children around here born right. They come out and they don't cry, and they don't look at their mothers. Got no soul in them to give personality. They just breathe. Virtan eyes Eder warily, as the man says. The thinking is it's swayed when having a last laugh. Strikes me as a little petty, even for a dead god. He smiled thinly. But Lord Redrick believes it. That's all that matters. Go on. Once the legacy started, Lord Redrick decided he'd been too lenient on the Eothasians. He had his people go in and put them to the sword. Left them down there, buried under a heap of rock. After that, Redrick ordered the temple sealed. It's been years like that, up until recently. Lord Redrick hopes that if we rededicate the temple to a living god, then we'll be forgiven, and the legacy will end. See? He smiled wryly. But until then, the temple is as you see it, unguarded. That's where you come in, Virtan licks his lips. Those priests, maybe they didn't have a lick of sense between them, but they still didn't deserve to go like that. Chopped down in their god's house. It doesn't sit right with me. If you can get down there, find their remains, maybe we can finally get them a proper burial. Virtan breathes out. No small task. There's coin in it for you, if you need motivating. Elf's cautious expression softens. A pleasant surprise to see that someone around here has a shred of respect for the dead. I take it you aren't supposed to be in here. Wilton looks bleakly. Well, I meant to be in and out, nice and quick. I'm not hurting anyone. It's just Lord Redrick's forbidden anyone having anything to do with the scattered god. It would be a little harder to explain to him than you. It's a good cause, though, isn't it? And you could make some coin in the process. Wait, you want me to bring you some skeletons? I'd bury them where they are if I could. I know it's a little macabre, but if we don't get them out now, Frederick's liable to destroy whatever left of them. I have some questions first. Yes? Why can't you do this yourself? Well, I tried. Only got a short ways in before I got in over my head. Virtan grimaces. I haven't raised the blade in a long time. Turns out it isn't something you can just pick up again, but you look like you can handle yourself. Who are you anyway? Virtan offers you a weak grin. Name's Virtan. I've lived and gilded Vale long enough to remember how grand it used to be. He shrugs and looks away. I used to help the temple sometimes, bring supplies. That's all. Won't Lord Redding mind us digging around down there? I wouldn't go telling him about it. Lingering in this place, it's no good for anyone. But you do this quick and quiet, and we can do right by those priests without raising a fuss. What's this legacy? Okay, we had this one. Any chance there's something down there worth a little more than some old bones? Virtan looks around. Probably. Nobody's been through the place since it was sealed up. Well, apart from me. And I didn't touch anything. Any valuables in there, you get first crack at them. I only ask that you do this favor for me while you read it. I have no more questions. And I'll find them. Then, by the flame, I owe you a good turn. But listen, the temple's been sealed up for so long, it's crawling with creatures. But if you get past them, the priest would have been down on the lower floor. They'll be there still, if they're anywhere. Those priests had all kinds of secret chambers, switches in the walls, trick sconces, that kind of thing. Keep an eye out, and take care down there. I wouldn't want to have to send someone else after your remains. I'll wait here by the stairs and keep a lookout. Maybe try to patch myself up some. New quests. Breed secrets. Inside the temple, I encountered a man called Virtan who wishes for me to search the ruins for the remains of Eothasian priests. He tells me Redrick's guards slaughtered many years ago. Virtan mentioned that the temple is full of separate secret compartments and that I will likely find the remains on the lowest floor of the temple. Virtan also warned me, however, that the temple has become infested with spiders and Skulder.
I shall be discreet.
So, let's go stealth and slowly find these secrets.
Let us enter! Certainly.
This parchment is worn and tattered, and the ink upon it faded. In this time of hardship, must have just as much faith in ourselves.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
Hey,
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Ivory Spiderling.
hey.
I can't move!
That's it!
Whoever sat here left in a hurry. Ink has dripped across the scroll, obscuring its contents.
Hmm?
A letter home. Mother, I have asked Brother Edric to carry this letter to you, for he travels to New Homar this morning. With him goes what coin I have, and I hope it will ease the surprise of an unexpected homecoming. For I mean to follow in few days' time. Our village is much changed and tough. I do not wish for you to worry. I do not feel it is safe to remain. I know Rectrix Obrica will not approve, but the letter tries of here. The pile of furniture is branded with scorch marks.
Silence surrounds me.
And the fire shows me something new.
A first secret. A scolder.
Oh?
Yeah!
That was fast.
Yes?
Keeping an eye out.
That's it!
To whispers and shadows.
This parchment is relatively intact, but the ink upon it has faded. You can make out a few patches of carefully tidy script. Visitors to the ritual floor. Rectrix Obrica says, Demption for even this. Forgot and struck the largest bell first, rather than second. The rest is illegible. Okay, this one is for the Probably for some puzzle.
Laying low.
Looks like Durance is tanking a little bit more than I'm comfortable.
Laying low.
Certainly. Yes?
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
The red-brown smears flake away under the toe of your boot. Spirit. The nearby crystals like the cracked mosaic floor in shades of orange, and at certain angles the metallic symbol beneath your feet gleams gold. As you look on, the air shimmers as if with summer heat. The very dust and air seem to pull together until a thin glowing mist appears before you. It is a rippling gleam. You sometimes think you can see the shape of a man, features rendered in broad strokes of air and smoke. Who are you? Your voice sparks movement. The spirit surges with a sudden blazing light, and in the next moment you are somewhere else, your mind assailed with a sudden wave of fear and noise. You are in the chapter hall. Priests and faithful have gathered in a great crowd. Spilling into the hall, bodies press against you, surging forward to listen. Your own grief is mirrored in the faces around you. Some of the initiates are weeping. Someone has snuffed the candles and the room is dark, save for the podium, lit from behind. Two people stand before it, lit in silhouette. A man is shouting, voice so ragged with fear you cannot understand what he says. But the Retrix stands calm, unmoved. Her strength will see you all through these dark times. You feel that hope like a spark behind your ribs, somewhere behind you. Someone begins to sink. The spirit tears itself from you with sudden, dizzying force, and you find yourself back before the ruined altar, swaying. The spirit fades as suddenly as it appeared.
And what does the flame reveal?
Now here's something.
The face of the statue has most of its features struck off, along with portions of its hands.
Keeping an eye out.
to alarm you. But I'm slowly dying.
I shall be discreet.
Monsters of the Far Archipelago.
Yes? Yes?
Fine sword.
Oh? I shall be discreet.
To His Grace, I write to implore. The rest of this letter is crossed out in several places and then abandoned altogether.
Certainly. Let us end this!
Vermin have scoured these plates, though mold still grows in green-black clumps across the table.
Yes? I shall be discreet.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Oh? I shall make it so. It's done.
Not much.
Hmm?
Book of Verses and the Great Western Stack.
Margren's fire casts light in dark places.
These collapsed stones are pocked with burrows and narrow crevices. Claw marks and dung mark the passage of beasts. Trap.
What have we here?
Let's see if we can disable it. Yeah. Lucky me. Let's check the Rimmergan's mantle. 5 damage reduction freeze, 20% of freeze damage converted to endurance. I'll give it to Durance. So he has something else just than the fire protection. I don't like his cap. Much better.
Hmm?
Hey.
Hmm?
Hey.
Spot on!
How may I help?
Spot on!
Nice and quiet.
Certainly.
A haze fills the air, coalescing steadily into a blur of dust and mist. It gathers into the outline of what appears to be a dwarf, a shimmering echo that fades in and out of sight. But stronger than sight is the sense within you of a powerful energy. It roils and seethes with a grief that seems to spill into your own thoughts, tainting them until the sorrow is your own. Like a crashing wave, the energy surges towards and into you, and suddenly you are elsewhere. Before you is a brightly lit stone corridor, lined with torches and gleaming crystals. You are running, your footsteps echoing of the stone around you. You forgot to tie your sandals, and they're slipping from your feet, fouling your steps. You're late again. The ride's going to begin with you. You hear the tolling of a bell, and your spirits lift as you recognize the familiar, warped tone of the right hand, representing the first of the dawn stars to appear in the night sky and the last to fade in the dawn light. You pray fiercely that this is the first of the chimes, and not the last. The lights fade, as does the memory. And when your eyes clear, the spirit is gone. I have seen some manner of spirit within the temple, or a memory at least. In this memory I recalled an Eothassian rite involving the ringing of bells. The first and last of these tolls apparently is that of the right hand, which has a distinctive warped tone to it. Okay, another clue for the puzzle. A powerful odor of spices rises from one of these dishes. Vibrant dyes and grain seeds fill the others.
I shall be discreet.
The door to the lower floor appears to be sealed with some enchantment. There is a set of bells besides the door which may play a part in opening it. So, right hand, the first and last tool, and there was this one. The largest bells is the second one. Let's see, it will be this, this, and this. Let's see if we are correct. The three bells hang from the stone protrusion that runs along this wall. Years of dust and grime coat the metal. There is one large bell at the center, flanked by two smaller ones. Examine the bells. The bells appear to be fully intact. They are made of thick iron and look very heavy. There doesn't appear to be much out of the ordinary about them. So, right. The bell sounds a strange warbling peal that grows to painful shrillness before it diminishes to a mournful chime. Ring the middle, large bell. You heave at the bell, and as it swings back in the other direction, the clapper strikes a low, powerful note against the heavy iron. You feel the ringing in your chest as the sound moves through the round holes in a rolling tide. And ring the right small bell again. The peculiar chime rings through the ruins. Let's see, maybe 4 times. Okay, let's try 4 times then. Right, middle, left, right. The bell tolls a high-piercing note of startling power. The tone echoes merrily through the halls until it seems that a dozen chirping notes ring through the temple. The peculiar chime rings through the ruins. There's a quiet melodic chime from all 3 bells before their discordant voices meet in one powerful, rising rush of sound. It seems to fill the whole of the temple, a driving flood of song that drowns all other thought. As the tolling fades, you hear a creak from the direction of the doors as the passage to the lower level swings open. So, it was 4 bells.
To whispers and shadows.
Find the remains of the Eothasian priests. I have descended into the lower level of the temple. If Virtan spoke true, then the remains of the murdered priests are down here somewhere.
Now it's strange looking back. All the time I spent here growing up. Never seeing what was coming.
And we have a first shadow here.
Oh? Ah! Not quite!
Oops.
Curses!
Not good.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
Leave it to me!
Hey,
Curses! Blast! Curses!
Maybe... We'll see. Maybe the clove would be much better for him, but we'll see.
I'll see what I can find.
Yes?
Shh. You're not getting through me. Hey.
How may I...
Curses!
Let's see if this will work or not.
Yes?
Not good.
Oh?
Frostbite, minus 15 fortitude, minus 8 damage reduction.
Hey.
I think for now this will be much better.
Hey.
Yes?
I'll see what I can find.
Certainly.
And the fire shows me something new.
It is not within our nature to forgive. Those who seek the redemption seek along and winding path, a road which takes us down into the very hollows of our soul and asks us to reflect upon the fractured aspects of ourselves.
Yes?
Nice. What is this? Oh, poison dart trap.
Yes?
Nice and quiet. Hey.
Yes?
What?
How may I help? Yes? I can get it to spill its secrets. It's done. Yes?
Hey. Of course. Hey.
Blast!
Spot on!
Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
You kinda like your attention, don't you? Leave it to me!
Oops.
That's it! That's it!
Ouch.
Hey.
Duran's got kicked his ass pretty badly.
Yes? I shall be discreet.
Have to take a little bit care of him now. Another Oz.
Hey.
Spot on! Yes?
The still, dark waters are reflective as black glass.
Certainly.
Oh, Scolder King.
Hey.
That's not very helpful.
Let's finish the king. And one knockdown.
That's not.
Good.
Yes, I shall be discreet.
Pilgrim's lasting vigil. Let's check if it's okay for... There. Doesn't look good, but yeah. We'll see.
Yes,
Let's check it out. A new room. As you step over the circle of candles, you hear a rattling clunk from the wall nearby. A door slides open with a grinding rasp of stone. And I was already afraid that I found
Keeping an
some
eye out.
trap. The candles flicker gently as you approach. There is a gap above the altar, lined with broken glass, where a mirror may once have been set into the wall.
The candles are still burning. Not bad for a dead god.
What's this all for?
Redemption. They got this whole rite for when you come of age. They take you by the hand and you descend through the temple with your eyes covered, and that's supposed to be like a wicked life. They don't tell you where you're going. I was sweating like crazy when I did mine. They take you to that reflecting pool back there, and you're allowed to look at it so you can face your sins. Then, you come out into this room and they uncover your eyes again and everyone's there to greet you, all your friends and family. It's like you've been redeemed. You light your candle, and it burns with the others. Never had a feeling better than that my whole life. candles are still burning. Not bad for a dead god.
Sharp eyes and keen ears.
Okay, let's go back to the lower floor.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Hey,
There's screech of metal and snapping noise as you pull the lever.
hey.
Sound looks suspicious.
Remind me never to help kill my god again.
There are faint scratches upon the brickwood door. There are faint scratches upon the brickwork by the door hinges. This stands rocks unsteadily on its base. It seems that the mechanism is broken.
Oh? Yes?
Some of the gold leaf on these relics has chipped away to reveal the wood beneath. There are tooth marks upon one of the bowls. This really smells like trap.
Yes? I shall make it so. It's done.
Gone share. Unique flail. Interesting. Let's see what kind of... Oh, this one is pretty good for my fighter. For a dare. He will love it.
Hmm?
How's the menu? Let's put it here and... It's lore book. I think this is much better.
Yes? Certainly. Yes?
Let's talk to the spirit. The light rises from the bones as you approach. You have a moment to register the faintest image of a standing figure. Features are a blur of mist or smoke before the world tilts. It is as you have stepped sideways and into a new life. You are racing down a flight of stairs, following a weaving circle of torchlight. Your own panting breaths are loud in your ears. Panic and your ropes alike follow your steps, and you nearly stumbled before a hand reached out to grip your arm and steady you. A fellow acolyte who smiles encouragement as you reach the bottom. You run around and past the shallow reflection pool that marks the lowest point of the temple, following the dark shapes of the older priests as they lead the way towards the narrow hall that leads to the vault. You pass one of the torchbearers as you go. The harsh illumination of the flames reveals a familiar face. For a moment, your awareness spends time and identity, and you think Virtan has joined you. Here, at the bottom of the temple, in the memory, he glances at you for a moment, and then looks past, at someone else. I'll come back once they're gone, he is saying. You're being pressed along by the crowd, and his words are growing faint. Just keep quiet. We can't take any chances. Inside the vault, golden relics gleams like welcoming stars. The memory twists, jarring you loose from one moment and plunging you into another like a flung doll. There is only darkness around you. You think yourself blinded until the knowledge settles onto like a cloak. The candles have all burned away. You know now, too, with a thick certainty that nobody is coming. There is a cracking noise somewhere to your left, a wet, slurping gurgle, and a ragged sob. You cannot see, and so you cannot know which brother or sister has fallen, and which digs after what water a body may provide. You hear, in the faint murmuring to your right, the familiar cadence of prayer, but you no longer recognize the words. You are too hard to do harm. The thirst is like fire within you. Your tongue is thick in your throat, and every breath is struggle that leaches strength from you. There is a light, they said, at the end of every bout of darkness, but this one does not end. The spirit releases you, and you come back to yourself in pieces. Your vision clears, and the world around you is revealed once more, cast in muted hues by the sickly illumination of the soul still drifting like fading fog. Fear wafts off the spirit in waves, fraying at your own emotions. I'm sorry, I hope you will find some peace in the next life. The spirit seems to withdraw into itself. You sense less of its fear and confusion as it recedes, but the soul lingers still. No matter how many times I see you staring off at nothing, it doesn't get less weird. Gather the remains. You spend a few moments gathering up what you can find of the bones of the priests. It proves a heavy and gruesome burden, but you manage to recover them all. A spirit appeared to me within the vault and showed me a vision of what happened in the temple many years ago, and what part Virtan played in it. Confronting him may provide me with some measures of the whole truth.
To whispers and shadows. I'll see what I can find.
Leave it to me!
Hey. Hi. Hey. How may I help?
Blast!
I shall be discreet. Certainly. Hmm?
This letter is fairly intact, though the parchment itself has been crumpled. Jester, I know that the temple baths boast great healing properties and that Dubek ails you still. Still, I would ask that if you are to indulge for the greater part of the day, you give over your key to the sanctum to someone else for safekeeping. This is not the first time we have been forced to wait to perform the day's rites, and Rectrix Obrica is often too far below to hear our knocking. I think it's time to save again, just in case. And open next door.
Hey.
Oh?
Laying low.
Two shadows.
Hey.
I hope just two. No, three.
Hmm?
Good.
Keeping an eye out.
Certainly.
Hear a grinding noise beneath your feet and the rush of water. Yeah. Let's go downstairs.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places. Light, flame, and sound. We'll keep to ourselves.
A key. I bet that was the key for the door which I used lockpicks a few minutes ago. No. I lost few hundreds of copper coins.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
I shall be discreet. Aye? Hmm?
Hey. Hey. Hey.
I shall be discreet. What have we here? Yes? It's done.
Cloak of an Eothas priest. Oh, no light.
Hey.
Lucky.
Oh?
And I think Durance could use this. Yep. Let's use it this way.
Silence surrounds me.
This room.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Yes? Yes?
Keeping an eye out.
And the fire shows me some...
The second cloak of protection.
I shall make it so. It's done.
And find a stock to hand it. Damage reduction. Oh, it's two-handed. Okay, I'll... find great sword. This one is better.
Oh?
And that's it? Color me surprised. I think I have gone through everything.
It was nice to see those candles still burning. I figured they'd have gone out by now.
Let's talk to Virtan.
Hmm? Good day, stranger.
Virtan smells nervously as you approach. Think I've sorted out the worst of it. Arms hurting a little less, but he hesitates. You were down there a while. Did you find anything? His eyes dart constantly about the ruins. Something you're nervous about that. Something you're nervous about? No, no, of course not. Just never good to linger around these places. That's all. Virtan gives you a searching look. Did you find anything? You lied to me. What? Virtan grins certainly. I was clear about everything, the risk involved. Is that what you mean? I did say there'd be spiders, and I'll pay you, of course, for the trouble. You're very nervous for a honest man. Something weighing on your conscience, maybe? Virtan opens his mouth to protest, but something in your expression stops him. He swallows nervously and looks away. His voice, when he speaks, is small. How did you... That place is full of shadows. Spirits of those you killed. That's not... He eyes you fearfully. I didn't kill them. Right up until the end. You do not understand. I tried to help them. I did. Every day. Every single day. I went to the temple and I warned them. I told them they were playing with fire and Redrick wouldn't be patient forever. And every time they'd shrug it off, like I didn't know what I was talking about, like it wasn't costing me coming in to try and help them. I could have been arrested right alongside them. You worked for Redrick. Virtan gives a bleak laugh. Yes, but not anymore. It's been a long time since I held a blade. He hesitates. I knew what was coming. It was their own damn stupidity that kept them in there. I couldn't understand. Every warning I gave, they ignored. The Rectrix. She said they'd be reborn anyhow, so it didn't matter. He grimaces. So she got what she wanted, her martyrdom. Redrick ordered us to round them up, lock them in cells. I convinced them to hide at least. They have that vault, full of old relics, gold and such. I thought I thought they could hide in there, and once the guards left, they'd have something to sell for passage out of the deer woods, back to Edir. But when I told the men that the priest had already gone, they ordered the temple sealed. I couldn't get in again. Virtan shakes his head. There was nothing I could do. Edir's eyes, Edir's eyes are wide, disbelieving. Nothing you could do but tell someone. Get the town together. Organize a rescue. I'd have dug them out with my own hands if I'd known. They were some of the last decent folks left in this hole. Now all we got left is people like you. You could have spoken up, told Redrick the truth. Virta nods slowly. I could have. I would have ruined me. It would have ruined me. Maybe killed me, but I could have saved them. He looks up at you, eyes wet. I didn't. I told you the way of it, Virtan says, his voice rough. I told you what happened. Guess it's your turn now to make a decision. It's not too late to make the amends. Virtan lets out the breath he was holding. I'm not sure that's true. It's been years now. What am I supposed to do? Bury their bones, try to lead a better life than you have so far. Virtan looks at the remains. He runs a hand through his hair, letting out another ragged breath. I can do that. I can. I lay them to rest, try and do right by them. Somehow. Thank you, truly, for what you've done, giving me a second chance. I'll put it to good use. The vision I saw in the depths of the temple showed me the truth of the priest's fate. Virtan confessed to his parts in it once I confronted him. He could not say what moved him to keep silent when the temple was sealed, trapping the priests within, but the crime seems to haunt him still. I choose to let him live. Perhaps in time he can come to terms with what he has done and make amends.
Hmm?
So, that was the last unexplored place in the Gilded Vale. It's time to get some rest to heal my wounds, and I think that will be it for today.
Good day to you.
Hello again. Come to rest your feet a while? I'd like a room, please. Certainly, you're always welcome. Let's do this still. Okay, so I think that I will end it for today. I have to wake up tomorrow in the morning, so thank you for watching, and if you liked what have you seen so far, feel free to subscribe or follow my channel. See you soon, and the next adventures of Pillars of Eternity, the complete edition. Enjoy the rest of your day.